So we just have the Mer pass?
Yep.
What was that thing up on the right?
That was the saving.
The saving.
That's the little saving icon. Mer Pass. Pathway leading north to the Sacred Mountain. Wolford indicates that this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Lodal.
Okay. Those grasses or bushes almost look like little beasts.
Yeah. Beyond lies Mount Lodal. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent.
Discuss the plan.
Hedwin!
The Beyonder
Hedwin?
Crystal seeks Hedwin.
Okay. Also, he wants
seems
to
to have
talk
something
to us.
in mind.
Well, let's talk to him first. There you are, my boy. There's something I wish to discuss with you in private.
Wolford stares at you, rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then...
You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this, I sense, is nascent still. Mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends. And that explains a lot. They haven't told you. Readers such as you cannot go free. I'd wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group, in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There's no reason they would know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I'd expected when we first met that you already knew the truth of this, from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet.
Wolford breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal.
It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure that you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises may have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor for any one of us. Do you understand?
Wolford indicates that readers such as you cannot go free through the rites.
Let's see. There's more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there's a way. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered, or say nothing. And he can read your mind. I like number one.
Just say you understand.
Yeah. I mean, we were gonna starve to death in a field anyway, so like, who gives a damn?
You understand the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself.
I admire that, my boy. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back to the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots of time to chat as we ascend the Sacred Mountain in the coming days. Until then.
He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. And, Beyonder Crystal.
Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you?
Let's ask what's on our mind first.
Oh, how very kind of you to visit me again like this,
Oh, lovely reader. For I was just standing about, in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch, living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or cripple you for life.
Sisters of the Arch, an ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name, and a sum of 500 sol up front.
Oh, so they're like a lady
They're
assassin
assassins,
guild.
yep.
How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the Scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? Ah, but I've not forgotten enough just yet.
In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, let's say that we get back to business here.
Okay, scribe trial for Hedwin. Okay, so
You
this
need
is
but ask,
nothing
reader.
fancy.
Blah.
Okay, so if this is Hedwin, let's find something that gives him a bonus. Righteous Flame could be handy. I'm thinking we want to give him speed. Speed is always kind of important.
He asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwin. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then, let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwin appears, and heeded the summons.
Hey, my friend. What's going on? Zoop!
Okay, so she's just well-balanced, normal
Yep.
human.
Yep.
The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here.
Understood.
You are a fool! Don't talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that of your lovely reader there.
Okay, so... Oh, interesting.
Sort of like the original crew.
Yeah, he nuked me fast.
Whoa.
Yep. This gets harder.
Jadariel is just sort of acting as a goalie there.
Yeah. Well, that's supposed to be her job.
Oh,
Ah! I didn't actually
Hedwin
see it.
came
I
in
thought she
and-
was still... I thought she was still charging. Well, I'm gonna just deal with this, because I need practice.
whoa. What did Ruki do? Whoa. But now Ruki has it, and now Jadariel has it.
Wow,
But
fake
she's out of
Jadariel.
stamina.
But she's out of stamina.
Get back as swiftly as possible.
I don't really have the time for this, though.
Whoa. Dropped.
And killed me. I'm probably supposed to shoot them, because I can't kill them conventionally. But I can shoot them.
Oh, your aura went farther than his, but you both got taken out.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking-
how do they cast so
They-
fast?
because they're computers. Got him. Nope, didn't get him. And she got it.
She got you, and then
Yeah. She's just
got
taunting me. That's mean. Yeah. So I believe this is pretty low stakes. God damn. They charge it so fast.
Oh, yep,
That's
that was
okay.
a good slide. But now Ruki's back. Oh, finally.
Okay. So there's one. Oh god. This is rough.
Woo, get out of the way of that. Oh, you just barely missed that one.
Ah.
I think maybe throwing the orb. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Oh, and she's able to use a smash. You're learning to jump with this one. Oof.
There we go. Yeah, part of it is if I keep to the outsides, I can kind of cheese them a little bit.
Oh, she did a charge.
I tried jumping, but it's too fast. It's very quick.
Yeah, kill Rookie. There you go.
Unfortunately, every time I score...
Whoa. Whoa!
Ha! Got it.
Yes, you got in just
barely.
At the nick of time.
That was hard. We did it.
It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell.
I like the music there.
Yeah. One of the tactics that I thought I've seen the enemies do, but I don't know how they do it, is passing the ball to another character, but then remaining active with a character that doesn't have the ball. I don't know. Good to be back after all that. Say, what do you have there? We got Goal's Bracer from completing Hedwin's trial. So Hedwin's power casts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds.
Oh.
Oh, to power cast. Release when you see a flash. To find their mark, Sandra and the Sisters of the Arch first had to circumvent his loyal man-at-arms. Yeah, so everything that we get from these trials actually tells a story.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically, Solium's horn. Sandra's second blade managed to graze her target's face, twisted as it was, with sorrow, not with rage. What was the other thing we gotten?
Yeah, to find the mark. You may have it equipped on someone. But yeah, it should be that horn.
Yeah. Gnashing his teeth and howling with joy, the brazen Alpha Chief threw himself at danger.
Well, that's Jomer.
Yeah. I mean, that was it. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, so I love that everything kind of tells a story here. It's rather nice.
Huh? Oh, that's just a sack.
Somebody said click this a bunch.
Was something gonna fall out of it?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Why don't you stop?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything. So discuss the plan. So Wolford wishes to continue speaking with the group. Interact to resolve this event.
Earlier, Wolford called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news.
Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one. Or not at all. But I swore we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase.
You, Hedwin, and the others exchange glances.
Let me make this plainer for you still. Here's how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Lodal, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though. Rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribes Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Scribes Gate. It said the scribes themselves keep watch over the Scribes Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the Rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. So Fall of Solium, one of the downside celestial landmarks. The temple at the highest point of downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. Tempers, a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius. Ignarius, he is the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the Rites. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then, once one of the triumvirate prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth.
Oh, is this why there are so many stages of the game? We have to choose so many characters to send out one at a time? I thought it was going to be something where the prevailing triumvirate gets released, but then...
I guess not.
No.
Whisked home to the Commonwealth. Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows all about this. About all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible. Many of these details the Scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then that's it? We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along the path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up.
Huh, do you know what this makes me think? If we're sending them back one at a time, does that mean you want to send back the characters you like the most or the characters that you use the least?
Probably the characters that I use the least, but there's a limitation. Remember, the gate chooses the worthy? So I don't get a full choice in this one.
Oh. Wolford, hey, I didn't
Sorry.
read that. Was it something like Wolford leaves you to the rest of your devices or something like that? You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent to Mount Lodal.
Alright, let's keep studying in private.
Get bigger auras.
I think we maxed that out. It's hope. The other thing, hope is respawn time, so that's helpful. I want to get up to glory.
Glory.
Because it increases the damage we do to enemy pyres.
Okay. So you concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book
it's the
of
same
Rites.
line as usual.
Yep, in a flash. Woo!
Yay,
You got
spirit.
Spirit.
You were still missing sort of 2 party members, which is curious.
Well, this can't be the end. I can only assume that we come back.
You bring me brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange?
Oh, nothing on her mind.
Okay.
Alright. She almost always seems like she has something to say. But I guess it's not a consistent thing. Alright, well, I guess continue our journey. Oh, I see. It's because we haven't moved yet. We already talked to her about this location. Because, yeah, we still don't have the, we don't have the serpent, the Naga.
I mean, who knows what the other characters are? I think you're making a lot of assumptions.
It's Wolford and some kind of serpent lady.
Oh.
Here before you lies Mount Lodal, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Wolford, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air.
Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away.
But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be?
Go on now. Don't be shy. Who first? Questions.
Why us?
Why you indeed, madame. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the Rites. What is it they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom, and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the Rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound, took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough to help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rites, as you have seen, are quite extensive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up.
Exclusive?
Oh, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions.
Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself, or keep listening.
Yes, this is important. Or, no, that's not enough. No.
Yeah, let's listen. Wolford's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much as what he's willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again.
Hold. Oh, sorry. Sorry, used to...
Jodariel raises her voice. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite?
On a blooded moon at the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion then shall plunge into the shimmer pool and return in glory. The Book of Rites. Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madame. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though, in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf. Exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. So, accusers, withdrawn, yeah.
Okay.
The Eight Scribes also formed a special group against which all others would be judged. The group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for a position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom and deny it also to your adversaries.
Victory means nothing in a common rite, then? Participation is all that matters?
Not so, madame. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites, but there are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet, still, the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time.
Wait, so the Nightwings are the only ones that people can challenge to be sent back? That doesn't make sense.
We are effectively the video game equivalent of the boss. Like, we are the boss monster.
I understand that, but why is it that none of the others are qualified to face off against one another and send someone back? Why do the Nightwings have to participate?
I think the Nightwings are the standard at which everybody else is judged upon.
But we're a whole new group now.
Yeah, but I think the point is the Nightwings are still kind of arbitrarily chosen in special manners.
Yeah. I just feel bad that, the other groups during these years the Nightwings had disbanded were just like, we're gonna practice and fight each other, but we'll never be able to conduct the final rite ourselves to go back.
Yeah.
Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolford takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options.
Okay. So we've got the Emperor's Ascent or the Emperor's Fall.
Okay, so a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodiel. Faye believes the Eight Scribes will bless whoever goes through here.
And the Emperor's Fall.
A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here, so you can get a blessing or an item.
So a temporary boost for the next match or an item. I'm going to go with the item.
Okay.
I don't know if it's actually a better idea, but I just feel like semi-permanent upgrades are the way to go.
You join Pamitha on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed. Wait, I shall be joining you. What now? I get 2 chaperones. But sure, I'm game, whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to take the most of these last precious moments that we share. Sorry.
Make the most of these, yeah.
Yep, make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought not to mince your words. Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here. Of course. It's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Besides, maybe that Wolford, though he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though, if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way you shall be free. Of me, at least. And I, in turn, shan't have to suffer any longer at your hideous attitude toward me and everything. At that, you intervene. Jadariel's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Pamitha scoffs as Jadariel storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Pamitha soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below.
Titan's
Titan
Tooth. After blocking airborne adversaries, the bearer briefly stuns them, knocks them back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the high road. So he wants to see the view from there versus Sacred Waters. What's up?
I'm only hearing out of one ear.
Yeah, Better?
Nope.
I think I need to replace my audio splitter. Might be an issue of... That better? Oh wait, that better? We might just have to deal with it.
It's still louder in the right ear than the left, but I can hear something.
Yeah, because unfortunately, I think my my splitter. Oh yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Because I'm still hearing it. I don't know. We'll have to deal with it until later. All right, so we can go Temple High Road for Hedwin. So first of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit, or the cistern, which is.
Wait, so there's
Hedwin or Gilman?
Well, the looking upon the sacred waters, and what's the other one?
Okay. Hedwin expressed a passing whim to see the view from here, or Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. I kind of want to go with Sir Gilman, just because it might give him a boost, and I'm worse with Sir Gilman.
Okay, well, we can see.
Because if I'm forced to use Sir Gilman, then I'd like a boost, whereas Hedwin I've got pretty good control over.
Little stars.
At long last!
The worm surges toward the water of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion there after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented.
This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales.
He sighs, splashing about from time to time.
Then he turns his attention over to you.
You, Master Reader, are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? This night he heard of it from the others, so it must be true. Now listen, please, upon what little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight to that simple dignity.
With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you, to leave him be for now. Okay, he does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet.
Consider his wish. Oh. And he gets some enlightenment. Neat. It does not look like we're going to get anybody up to max level by the time we're done. Oh well.
You and your companions gather at the Scribes' gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone.
Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please follow me.
Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. Oh, is it like another minstrel?
Yeah, looks like it. Love their design.
Mm-hmm. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq?
It is. Greetings, Celeste.
Okay,
So
Celeste,
she
the
watches
gate guardian.
over the Scribed Gate and seems to be connected to the lone minstrel and the rites.
If you notice, he's like the moon and she's like the sun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's even the moon, sun.
Mm-hmm.
And how was your rest?
Too long, Celeste.
It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate.
I...
Then, let us make this quick.
She gestures toward the rest of you.
Now, each of you in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribes' Gate.
Do as she says, please, without questioning.
Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply.
I'll start. They call me Hedwin the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love.
The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next.
I am regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to be out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home.
I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here.
Oh, my name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who?
Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwings' legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday.
Maybe those guys only live in the downside?
No idea. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service, this knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point.
Pamitha Thane. I'm only here because my sister is here.
Then, as Wolford steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice.
I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why.
I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now.
I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others.
My name is Wolford Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we might all stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people here.
She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there was no one left to go. State who you are to traverse Scribes' gate. So, when they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. So you could be a crippled scholar, you're an old farmhand, your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to Downside nonetheless. Okay. You are just a war orphan. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants afflicted you since birth. Or you do not know who you are. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. Oh, well, I don't really like the war orphan.
I like crippled scholar, or I like 1 in 4. I think...
What's the old farmhand? How did... It doesn't... I mean, that says that you were a farmhand, but you thirsted for knowledge and found books.
So, 1 or 4.
Okay. Well, it depends on... Do you want to be...
I mean,
someone who
crippled
was a
scholar fits the character really well.
Oh, yeah, like, you had to spend your time indoors for the most part and found solace in, like, reading books and stuff.
Yeah.
You do not know who you are sort of implies that you have amnesia.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like number 1. Let's go with number 1.
Okay, when they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You've always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response.
So what do we truly seek?
State also as you truly seek. Okay. You want true freedom.
True freedom. Live out your days there, doing as you please, help out your friends. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. Revenge, the Commonwealth, which catches you down to the downside, cannot be forgiven, or you want to see what happens. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting.
I would say, like...
2 or 4?
I would say, like, the help your friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, the true freedom isn't guaranteed going back to the Commonwealth. Revenge, I mean... that revenge sort of goes hand in hand with, like, Wolfred's, like, we're going to bring down this corrupt government.
Yeah, but we're not Wolfred. I mean, truly, we are just here to help everybody else.
Yeah. The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish, for now. The one regards you for a time, then nods once, and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes did bid the Nightwings to welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq,
Aye, Celeste?
be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back on. He does not look back at her. They're so weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there are statues of each of one of them. Like, each of the
types.
Yeah. It almost looks like each of the Nightwings, which is interesting.
From the top of Mount Lodal, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point, as the sky grows dim.
Alright. So, page revealed, the mercy shown. Well, first, let's go to the slug market.
Psst. Hey guys, just so you're aware and all, I know how come you're here. How you made it all this way up here. Oh, I know all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices and all of the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a whole lot of value there. An awful lot.
Ooh, what's the purple thing?
The purple thing is unlearn any masteries and choose again. Okay, once per rite, if the bear's pyre is extinguished. Okay, so that's kind of like a safety thing.
That's a safety net.
However, the most important thing...
You like your,
upgrades. Yeah. Do I have anything to sell? The bark strip. Yeah, we've also got, like, Solium's Horn, Gull's Bracer, the Titan Tooth. Can this even be upgraded? No, it can't. These are interesting. I'll think about them. You guys have a good day out there. Alright, so next up, Black Wagon. Book of Rites. You see, the interesting point is we're still on the first page. We don't even know the story about anybody else.
1, 2, 3,
Or
4,
first
5,
chapter.
6. There are still 7 more tabs. I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah, so
if we had
it's
to
one
play
for
this
each
all over.
of the Scribes 7 times. I don't know if I'd ever play it 7 times. What I could do is actually just throw it on like super easy mode and just like blitz through it on my own, just because I do enjoy this game.
Well, one thing I wonder, do you just cycle back through all of the rites? Or
I really don't know. Maybe we get each of these chapters based on, like, maybe we unlock this for freeing Rookie. I don't know.
well, like I think you unlock each new tab every time you free someone.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I want to take a look at this for a second. Did we ever get any more pages from this part? No.
It's just the forward.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it takes a bit to scroll through this, but that's okay. I guess I could just use the arrow keys. Oh, no, we're done. Okay, so the mercy shown. In the words of Golgathanian, the Master General, "The Impaub and I, we helped save my Emperor, and when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the very essence of my being. He said, 'You gave your freedom, Master Golgathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next.' We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did."
So just talking about the start of the rites.
Yep.
A visit from my favorite reader. What is the occasion?
Ask what's on her mind.
This place. Where you currently reside, it must be Mount Lodal, is it not? This is where those blasted scribes decided what to do with me. I had already failed in my mission to eliminate the demon Solium Mur. I did not anticipate his retinue, you see. They took me and some of my Beyonders alive, although do not expect to see the account of that in their good book. Whether it was for mercy or for spite, I never became certain.
So, spectral triumvirate banished for eternity and trapped within the rites. Yeah.
They probably presumed that my expulsion for eternity would eventually taught me some respect for them. But no, not yet. Not yet. Well, I do not mean that really. The scribes did spare my life, and were it not for that, I would never have been thusly trapped, to then enjoy your company, O lovely reader. Now, having met my quota of blaspheming for the time, I think it best that we resume the normal sort of business between us, if there is any to speak of. And good hunting at that precipice. May you soon rid the downside of some useless idiot. Let us do all this again sometime.
Jadariel wants to talk with us.
Jadariel appears prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwin soon joins her, also looking ready.
Any sign of Rookie?
None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask.
Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then.
I am certain that it is.
They share a laugh together.
The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Wolford is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom.
Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We've got a little time. It isn't starting yet.
How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail?
Feeling a lot better, thanks. I just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess.
What are you getting at, Greentail?
Well, it's just we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me a while now. I thought we all were getting out of here at once.
He shoots a look at you.
Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all.
Hedwin slams his fist against the wall.
No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us, we're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great. But it's just a start. We're gonna do whatever it takes, there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try.
Jadariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you, and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwin's gaze never once falters.
Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go.
One by one, they turn toward the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Yep, only the first time that you're here.
Seal yourself in turn.